Welcome back to our series, The Wisdom That Makes All the Difference in the Journey of Life. In episode 1, we defined wisdom. In episode 2, we saw how Gehazi's lack of wisdom destroyed his destiny. Today, in episode 3, we'll uncover why so many people miss wisdom even when it's within their reach. The truth is, wisdom is not always easy, convenient, or attractive. That's why many overlook it. I'll never forget this story. There was once a young student who had a wise teacher. The teacher advised him, spend time studying, avoid bad company, and discipline your time, but the student thought it was too much work. Instead, he wanted shortcuts, late-night parties, copying answers, and looking for quick success. Years later, he watched his classmates rise in their careers while he struggled in regret. He had knowledge available, but ignored wisdom. And this story illustrates 4 reasons why many miss wisdom. Point no. 1. Wisdom requires knowledge. You cannot act wisely in ignorance. A life guided by wisdom starts with learning. Without laying a foundation of knowledge, you won't understand principles, miss crucial details, and make unwise decisions. Proverbs 1-7 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction." Here are 2. Read books, study, attend classes, and learn from those who have experience. Don't stay ignorant. Don't assume you know it all. There's always something to discover. 2. Value what you learn. Many miss wisdom because they don't see its worth. Proverbs 16:16 says, "How much better to get wisdom than gold, to get insight rather than silver." Yet people chase money, fame, and pleasure, leaving wisdom behind. So here's what you do. Don't just acquire knowledge for the sake of having it. Apply it. Make it practical. Use it to improve your life and help others. When you see the benefits, you'll realize the value of wisdom. And point no. 3. Wisdom requires virtue. Without character, wisdom can be corrupted and misused. James 3:15 warns of wisdom that is earthly, sensual, and devilish. It can lead to manipulation, deceit, and sin. Consider King Solomon, the wisest man in history. Even him, Proverbs 22:2 warns, "Let not the wine of judgment, the cup of wickedness, be served to you, nor should you eat the meat of those devoted to destruction." We must ensure that our pursuit of wisdom is pure. So here are 2 things you need to do. 1. Seek God in prayer. Ask for purity of heart and motives. James 4:8 says, "Draw near to God, and He will draw near to you." Let God guide your desire for wisdom. 2. Beware of pride. Pride can corrupt wisdom. It can lead to arrogance, disrespect, and a desire to use wisdom to manipulate others. Stay humble. Remember, wisdom is not just about knowing more. It's about becoming more like Christ. Now let's move to the final point, and that is wisdom is not always attractive. Many miss wisdom because it doesn't look appealing. To the world, wisdom often looks slow, unpopular, or even foolish. It might require sacrifice, patience, and humility. But remember, these are investments in your future self. Proverbs 8:11 says, "For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it." So here are 2 things you need to do. 1. Resist the urge to be like the world. The world often values instant gratification, quick success, and superficial wisdom. But true wisdom requires patience, diligence, and depth. Don't be swayed by what's popular or trendy. Hold on to what's timeless and true. 2. Embrace humility. Embrace being seen as foolish for the sake of righteousness. 1 Corinthians 1:27 says, "But God hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise." God sometimes uses the seemingly weak and foolish to expose the world's wisdom as folly. Imagine you're in a room full of successful, influential people discussing business deals and investments. They're making huge decisions that could change the market. Suddenly, someone mentions a book they've been reading, a book that challenges everything they believe about success and wealth. They laugh at first, dismissing it as naive and unrealistic. But deep down, they know there's some truth in those ideas. They just can't see it yet. This is where the power of humility comes in. By embracing humility, you open yourself up to the possibility that you might be wrong. You become teachable and ready to learn from others. You become willing to admit what you don't know and ask questions. This is a powerful way to gain wisdom because it allows you to see things from different perspectives and challenge your own assumptions. Plus, it makes you more likable and trustworthy, which can lead to valuable connections and opportunities. So remember, wisdom may not always look glamorous or rewarding, but it's a worthwhile investment. Many miss wisdom because they ignore knowledge, despise value, lack virtue, or are drawn to what looks flashy. But the wise choose the narrow path that leads to life. Proverbs 14:12 says, "There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Don't be deceived." Now, in our next episode, we'll talk about the cost of wisdom, why walking in wisdom often requires courage, sacrifice, and commitment. You'll see that wisdom is not free, but it is worth it. Before we go, I want you to remember this. Don't despise the small, unpopular, disciplined choices. That's where wisdom hides. Ask yourself, am I rejecting wisdom because it doesn't look appealing right now? If so, I encourage you to reconsider. Wisdom is a lifelong journey, not a one-time decision. As you continue to grow and learn, your understanding of wisdom will also evolve. So don't be afraid to start small and take it one step at a time. And before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. Share this. What's one time you almost missed wisdom, but later saw its value? Your stories could inspire someone else to seek wisdom in their own lives. And lastly, don't forget to support us. Your support helps us reach more people with this message. Thank you for joining us in this episode. We hope you found it valuable and are eager to continue this journey with you in the next episode. Until then, may you walk in wisdom and may your life be a testament to its transformative power. See you soon.